Happy Friday, May 5th. Excuse me, not May 5th, June 5th. Oh my goodness. How y'all doing? Out for my morning walk. Taking a few minutes. It's beautiful out this morning, and I know it's going to get hotter up in the day. But, my God, people are not mad enough. People are not mad enough. So we have this flesh-eating screwworm that is in Texas, eating through our cattle, okay? You have this mass hearings in New York City now, in New York, to deport people in drones. You have Delaney Hall saying we're not going to report the deaths of people in these concentration camps. You have Republicans redistricting, gerrymandering left and right, which could give them, by the way, possibly a 10-seat advantage. You have them wanting to give $1.8 billion to these insurrectionists. You have Kegsbreath instilling one of the insurrectionists in a very powerful position. You have this new national intelligence director that Donald Trump just hired with zero experience. You have gas prices and the cost of living going up through the roof. People want affordability. People want universal health care, which reminds me, why does Bobby Kennedy Jr. want access to our medical records? Why do you want access to that information? RFK Jr. is dangerous. People will die. You have a fucking Ebola outbreak breaking out in other countries. Now the screwworm pops up here. How convenient. People will die as a result of Donald Trump. They have died before when he mismanaged this global pandemic. And guess who came and rescued us from that? And now you got this bitch sitting up here lying, saying, well, it's Biden's fault. No, Biden is not the president. The days of blaming Biden, the days of blaming the Democrats for the shit that y'all are doing are over. We are way past that. Let's see. You have black gay conservatives like Amir Odom out here basically targeting trans women, targeting us, blaming us. And shout outs to Rep. Is her name Priya Jamal, who says that trans people are not the reason why your gas prices are going up. Trans people are not the reason why you feel uncomfortable. We're just somebody that you can easily target because we're less than 1% of the population. So yesterday, my colleague, Bubs the God, did a live, giving his commentary on Amir Odom's video that he dropped, his latest video that he dropped. And it was full of transphobia. It was full of direct dog whistles. Keep in mind that Amir Odom is a black gay conservative, and he is with PragerU. PragerU, Turning Point USA, the Heritage Foundation. In my opinion, they are all cut from the same cloth. They are all white federalist societies. That's what they are. Yeah. And more importantly, they are spreading the disinformation, the misinformation on black people. Speaking of black people, Donald Trump went talking about saying, look at the black jobs. Yeah, look at them. This year alone, 300,000 African-American women have lost their jobs under the Trump regime. When has America ever been great for black people? They're telling you who they are in real time. And now you got this black gay conservative by the name of Amir Odom, who is garnering, if not hundreds and thousands, but millions of eyes. I'm pretty sure his channel is growing. because of the type of rhetoric that he's spewing, which is dangerous to us as trans women. We got to keep a look over our shoulders because every day this regime is definitely striking away our rights. Hey, Alvin, did you get my message? Good morning. Yes, if you do it at 8 o'clock your time, it'll be 2 o'clock our time. Bub said he was definitely going to be doing it. He said he don't know about 6. But I'm talking about, today I'm definitely going to dive into more of it. This screw worm that's in Texas, and now this motherfucker wants to build a promenade, and what is it, in front of the Lincoln Memorial? Are you fucking serious? You're kidding me, right? They are draining us dry. And Paul Lance said it best. Tyrannism, when we win the midterms, when we win the middle general election. This man plans to live and die in the White House. Yeah. Yeah, if you do it at 8 your time, 8 p.m. your time, it'll be 2 o'clock down here where we're at. But yes, I'm telling you, they are draining us dry of all the resources. The United States is broke. All because Republicans and their rich donors choose to enrich themselves. People are not mad enough. Lil Boosie, let me tap on your raccoon eye ass for a minute. You doubled down on your queer phobia and your femphobia. You are hell bent, impressed about a football player who has his nails painted. But you don't care about that type of shit because guess what? You are a Trump supporter. So you're right there with Kodak Black. You're right there with Waka Flocka. You're right there with any other black artist who chose to align themselves. Nelly and Coon Dog, y'all are not exempt either. Y'all are not exempt either. Y'all decided to align yourselves with white supremacy. Vanilla Ice as well, too. He's still going on about the Freedom 250. Great. It'll be you, Kid Rock, and Ted Nugent performing because all the other artists have backed out. Nobody wants that big orange shit stain on their name. Nobody. Nobody wants to be attached to Donald Trump. Now the Republicans are growing a spine in Congress and Senate. Now y'all are revolting because y'all know that he's failing in policy. Y'all know that he's failing within every single thing else. Car coming. And I got to tell y'all that funny story of what happened when I was walking. Deshaun caught it, but I think Alvin might have came in on the tail end of it, and y'all might have came in on the tail end of it. You got Rep. Andy Ogles. When TMZ asked him about what he said about homosexuality has no place in America, he did what all Republicans do when they're questioned and they're put on the spot after they done got caught on a hot mic. Ran away, refused to make a statement. You know what? But every accusation from a Republican is a confession. And now y'all see why I have a strong disdain and hatred for him. Because I don't fuck with him. I don't have a desire to have a conversation with someone who is conservative or Republican. You'll never see me do that on a talk show. No, your hatred, there's other platforms where you can go and spread your hate. And that one particular platform where Bub's Conscience and Reckless Logic went, y'all know that particular platform? I'm not going to give them any airtime on my platform, not at all. Y'all know which one. The ones where they always wanting to fight Bubs, always wanting to put hands on him and stuff. No. But Boosie, you really seriously have a problem. And I suggest you go and sit down and talk to somebody. Because what you saw in prison has probably traumatized you. And you are still spewing out your queer phobia. Your hypermasculinity. Deshaun sent me a video yesterday of what I talked about in yesterday's live, and that is black men do not want to spread the crack of their ass and wash it. Y'all some dirty motherfuckers. I'm single. So what I look for in a man is great hygiene. A man who takes care of himself. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. And I like feet. I have a foot fetish. I like men's feet. So you better have those feet together. You better have your nails cut, nice low cut fade, dreadlocks, bald. I accept it all, honey. Nice beard trim and put together. So there's nothing wrong with the man taking care of himself. There's nothing wrong with the man wanting to embrace his feminine side or wanting to polish his nails. But Boosie has a problem with that. Boosie, you're the same man who called your daughter a contamination. You called your daughter a contamination. And keep in mind, y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe to his daughter's YouTube channel. Yes, she has a YouTube channel with her partner. Yes, I do. I sure do. Foot fetish. I love men's feet. But Boosie called his daughter a contamination. You are the same man who went after Lil Nas X. You are the same man who hired a prostitute to sleep with his then 13-year-old nephew. And you went and you put that out online. You and Mama D said, I didn't want him to turn out that way. What she said she did with Scrappy, she found him a woman too. What is up with y'all having hypersexuality over the young black and brown boys? That really needs to be a conversation had. To think that you can force somebody to sleep with somebody to turn them from being gay. This is what Deshaun was talking about. And I see it, but I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm mentally tired of talking about it every single damn day. Y'all have made queer people, even though it's Pride Month, it's our month, y'all have made this the month to turn everything about y'all being straight, about you flexing your heterosexuality, because y'all love to say it's an agenda with us. And yes, he is a closet case, Alvin. Boosie, you have a problem. Energy was different when you sat down with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson challenged you and said, why do you hate gay people? And what did you say about your mother? Isn't his mom a school teacher, y'all? Correct me if I'm wrong. Boosie, where was that energy for Mike Tyson? Why didn't you push back and double down with him? Y'all should have seen his body language. I told y'all I pay attention to people's body language. I'm on a roll this morning. I got time. I woke up feeling good. But since Boosie wants to double down on his queer phobia and his hypermasculinity, I'm going to double down on debunking it. Somebody needs to tell y'all straight black men something about yourselves. Not all of you, but some of you, like a Boosie. And the others who think like him. Boosie, what's the other one's name? Cameron, Mace, Joe Budden. All y'all motherfuckers who have platforms. And that's the problem. People like that, they have platforms. And they have microphones because there's audience members, even with Tasha K. Tasha K is a prime example. Tasha K, spiritual whistleblower. Who's another? Milagro. From what I've seen, these Tasha K and what's her name? Ooh, I forgot her name just that quick. Tasha K and Milagro, yes, Milagro. In my opinion, because Milagro, you wouldn't have posted that video of Meg Thee Stallion. And now you want to cry talking about who's protecting black women. Listen, I'm a girl's girl over here. One thing you're not going to see me do is center men and hold them up and put them on a pedestal, especially when they're wrong. And somebody needs to tell you, Bootsy, you were wrong. You were flat ass wrong. Tasha K, you're flat ass wrong. Milagro, you're flat ass wrong. And to a homegirl in Atlanta, I'm not gonna call her name because she'll go out here and she'll flag your channel whenever you try to hold her accountable. And y'all know who I'm talking about. In her shoe closet, as Madison would say. But Bootsy, you really need to deal with your internalized queer phobia because you have a daughter, Ivy, that is in the community. And it's rubbing off on your children, and it's disgusting. Tootie Raw, who is Bootsy's son, the same time that he got in all of that hot water for saying what he said about Zaya Wade, his son then came out misgendering Zaya Wade as well, too. And then guess who else did it? Tasha K. But I want to talk to Amir Odom for a minute. Amir, you played the clip of Cherry and Madison in your video commentary, your latest video. My colleague, Bubs the God, shout outs to him. Bubs is a man, so his approach is going to be different. I'm a black trans woman, and you have made us the centerpiece of your conversation. So what I'm going to do is I would love for you to come on my platform and say those things you said in that video to my face. That's what I challenge you to do if you ever see this video, Amir. Because, see, I'm going to push back. I'm going to fact check you in real time. Y'all have always associated queer people with mentally ill and disturbed. Y'all have always associated us with the P word. Queer people as a general, they have all looped us in that same category. They have all put us in the group with the PDO3s. The real PDO3s are in government, and they are protecting Donald Trump. Those are the real PDO3s, and it's not queer people, Amir. But since you with PragerU, you're getting that money. That money is too good for you. But let me tell you something. And Alvin has a saying that goes like this: if you give a ninja something, guess what's gonna happen? They'll sell you out for molasses right down the road. And that's what Amir is doing. You are no different than Candace Owens. You are no different than Byron Donalds. You are no different than Tim Scott. You are no different than Wesley Hunt. And I don't know the one that's got the blonde hair. What's his name? But Amir, didn't they throw milk cartons at your punk ass? Didn't they call you the F word? That's the same thing they did with Rob Smith online. That's another one as well, too. So to all of these black conservative men, they will never welcome you. Yes, they threw a Grindr event at the White House. Yes, because half of the motherfuckers that are in Senate that are Republican white men, they are on Grindr. The Grindr notifications were going off at the Republican National Convention. Hypocritical, if you ask me, but y'all want to point out everybody else for their sins, for their misdoings, for them living, breathing, and existing and being their true selves. It's a problem. Give a black man a bag of cornmeal and molasses and he'll sell your black ass down the river every time. That's it. Boom. That's what I was trying to say, what Alvin always says. And y'all know how I feel. Toby B. Goodman found Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye. Those are two of the banned books. Did y'all know that? But guess who got a copy of it? I'm going to bring it on the show today, but now's the time. That's the book that we need to be reading. And that's the thing right there. Our people, black people collectively, we can do something productive. We can rebuild Black Wall Street. We can rebuild our communities. We can build unity. Y'all are going to have to get past focusing on people's sexuality and their gender identity. Period. And it's going to have to start with some hetero biological black women, some like a Tasha K. We're going to have to do away with them. I've seen a lot of people that I've interviewed on my show congratulating Tasha K. But y'all don't know that this woman lied on another black woman, Cardi B. She was told to take the video down, and she kept pushing. Tasha kept pushing. This is when you there's a problem when you let your ego get the best of you, and you got too much pride. And Tasha has too much pride. That's the problem right there. She has too much goddamn pride. She's never been for empowering black women. She's male centered. And this is what I was saying when I did my conversation with Bree Star. There are women like Tasha K and Milagro who are male centered. And that is dangerous because you have other women who want their bodily autonomy, who want to have their own freedom and independence and liberation. And it's like Stockholm syndrome, where you're stuck with siding with the man. The man is wrong as hell. I'll give you an example. R. Kelly is black women who still listen to R. Kelly's music. There are black women who are openly supporting Donald Trump. Nicki Minaj is one of them. She spit face of the community, the biggest community that was supporting her, and it's us, the queer community. Yeah. And it's like you're in this toxic relationship with them. They hate you and your existence and want to eradicate you. But you're still supporting them. You're still buying their music, streaming their songs, going to their concerts, windmilling for them. Like it's not worth it. It's just like Alvin said, they'll sell you down the river every single time. And as Toby, John Amos, may he rest in grace, Toby be good nigga. That clip I always send to the group chat. She always wanted to be the next Wendy. It's not working, whatever she's doing. Because Wendy doesn't have a $4 million judgment. Or a $3.9 million judgment. But Tasha K has always been male-centered, and she's transphobic as well. The same way Bootsy is. Transphobic, and he's homophobic as well. And that's something that the black community is going to have to unlearn and unpack. We're tired of having these conversations with y'all, trying to get y'all to understand us, understand pronouns, all of these things. And Amir, you got up in that video and you found a few stories of trans people breaking the law, and you looped all trans people into that same category. I forgot one, Alvin. Jess Isn't Hilarious, who's also transphobic and male-centered and homophobic as well, too. Yeah. The Breakfast Club, in my opinion, is a dangerous space. They had Janet Mock on there. They had Laverne Cox on there. T.S. Madison also was on the Breakfast Club, guest hosting. They were on there guest hosting, I think, and then they were also guests on there. And Lil Duval, you can go all the way back and look it up. Lil Duval said something. If he found out that a woman was trans, he would unalive her. And it was a whole firestorm. They were on the Breakfast Club's ass. Because this year alone, under the Trump regime, there are trans women of color and trans black women who have lost their lives. I told y'all about the one that was in New York where she got STABBED. Yeah. Another trans woman of color just lost her life as well, too. Amara Conway, I think is her name. So the onslaught against trans people is targets on us. It's like blame a trans person, blame a non-binary person, blame a pan person, blame a queer person. The onslaught continues. And it's just like at a certain period of time, you have to understand that the issue is not the queer community. The issue is a you thing. And until Bootsy realizes that, we'll be better. But the rest of my commentary, I'm going to set the rest of the show today at 4. When now's the time so that I can really let loose. Right now, I'm in a calm state because I'm out for my morning walk, which is very therapeutic. But this afternoon, y'all know I'm a cut a fool, and I'm on their goddamn asses, especially you, Amir. I had to leave Bubs' live yesterday a couple times because I was triggered and pissed off at the commentary. I felt my blood starting to boil to the point where I literally wanted to throw my fucking phone. That's how angry I was. Not at Bubs, of course, but like Amir, like yo. And what is up with some of y'all out here loving to align yourselves with white supremacists? Don't you know at the end of the day, when it is all said and done, they're going to give you that same treatment that they gave Rob Smith. They're going to give you that same treatment that Herman Cain got. Yes, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Like 2 trans women were stabbed. Yeah, stabbed. And then 1 trans woman lost her life. You got them wanting to, they're not going to release the number of deaths in this ICE facility at Delaney Hall. They said, oh no, we're not going to report that. Oh, and guess what else they're doing? 60 Minutes. They're letting go of notable journalists who actually give the truth. They're in talks of putting, guess who, y'all? You can't make this shit up. Joe Rogan on 60 Minutes. We know exactly what the fuck they're doing, and this is how state-ran media is created. This is why you have to support our outlets. Independent news. That means Alvin Tiffertet, this or that, Bubs the God, Conscious TV, King Jives, T.S. Madison and Craig, Cherry the Boom, who I'm trying to get to come on my show. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they're trying to get Joe Rogan to be one of the 60 Minutes correspondents. Joe Rogan is the reason why we got Donald Trump. He's pissed off because Kamala didn't want to go on his podcast. See, this is where these men in the red pill space are getting dangerous. They're getting out of hand. It's Pride Month. Pride Month. And you're going to see a lot of these men that are in the red pill space crashing the fuck out. You're going to see some straight women crashing the fuck out. Let's talk about the Jamaicans and the Caribbeans for a second and how deep their homophobia is. The video of the young lady saying, your cause is not my issue, where she used to be different. Now she's saying, fuck you to the queer community. Yeah, I seen the video. I seen that video. Sis, first you might want to go and find you some good wig glue. That's what I want to say to you. And secondly, Black and Caribbean and Jamaican people have always been queer phobic. Buju Banton is his name, the reggae singer, the Caribbean. I don't know what the fuck his ethnicity is, but he's very queer phobic. So as it pertains to Jamaica and Ghana and Uganda and all of these other countries, they are deeply queer phobic. And it is now trickled down here in the United States where it's always been. So, yeah, that's how it is. We have a battle, queer people. So mentally prepare yourself for what is coming because it's going to get a whole lot worse. It's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. So, all right, fashion dolls, I'm done with this morning walk. I will see y'all today at 4 with Now's the Time. Catch me on the 7th on Alvin's panel Make sure y'all go and check us out there, and make sure y'all subscribe to her platforms. And I'll see y'all then.